pins he breaks, a man of iron, for heaven's sake. He is the God, I am his quest, but I am the sin of his vanity's nest. My ears they listen, my eyes they see, his secret power, his hollow misery. His long flowing locks, the root of his pride, the only thing keeping his strength inside. He falls asleep like a child now beneath my ever-sharp knife, for but silver I unmake his life. Golden locks hitting the floor, no longer the man he was before. Strength stolen from his thunderous breath, he is broken, waiting for death. He whimpers, a bitter hurt sound, his legacy upon the ground. Empty, awakening his hollow eyes. His world is fading, his charade dies. Standing and laughing, watching him fall. My laughter ringing off the walls. A man made of myth, I had to break. His heart I forsake, his life I take. Your reign is end. I was never your lover, I was never your friend. There are words that are never spoken aloud, not because they are too heavy, but because they echo within our own hearts. I'm afraid to live, yet let another sentence always follow. But I wanna try. I'm not afraid of dawn or of the setting sun. I'm not afraid of the rain that washes the dust from the streets. I'm afraid of the days when you have to believe it's worth taking just one precisely within this fragility that life's greatest strength is hidden. I'm afraid to live, yet let another sentence always follow. But I wanna try, because courage is not born when fear disappears. It is born when, despite trembling hands, you open the window, let the light in, and allow your heart to breathe again. Perhaps we don't have to conquer every fear. Perhaps it is enough not to let them make our choices for us. Perhaps life doesn't ask for perfection, but for presence. One genuine smile, one kind word, one simple gesture that reminds someone they are not alone. And if one day you find yourself saying again, I'm afraid to live, then let another sentence always follow. But I wanna try, because the greatest stories never begin with certainty. They begin with someone who, despite their fear, chooses hope. And that is the moment when life begins to answer.
The scenes are all wrong, cut deep in the grain. A constriction of tension, a crusher disdain. You cling like a brief spun from wire and heat, busting the rhythm, the pulse and the beat. A tight frantic tether, a strangle in the air, a suffocating night that I struggle to wear. Baby, fit me in, I'm changing the fold. Tired of the shivering, tired of the cold. Fit in the timing, fit into me. I'll set the fabric and the silhouette free. Fit me in, baby, I'm clearing the space. I can't keep living in this stitched up embrace. You are the sock with the loose fraying thread, where the scent of the natural rises instead. Filling the room with the musky raw hum, the low quality fiber from which we have come. Yet beneath that synthetic cheap plastic shirt, I'm trapped in a cycle of weather and hurt. A sauna in July, a freezer in frost. In the weave of your presence, my comfort is lost. In the jacket you drape with its heavy dull sheen, it catches the rain like a dark drowning scene. I'm swimming in layers that don't know my shape, searching for pockets of seam for escape. I do not want to be noticed, I want to be remembered, but with you I am the invisible man, barely embedded, fashioned as armor to survive the reality of life. Yet this fabric is friction, a dull rusted knife. Baby, fit me in, I'm changing the fold. Tired of the shivering, tired of the cold. Fit in the timing, fit What do we know? He lives in darkness far below. There is no light in him. There resides only sin. He seeks to destroy everything that is good. We wrestle not in earthly plane, for if we do, we fight in vain. Our war is in spirit if when we would. It's not flesh and blood, but powers of darkness. Satan is now raging in the world. He knows his time is short and Christ is coming, and soon a godly banner is unfurled. All that is wicked is destroyed at his coming. Only the righteous will survive. The wheat and tares are gathering. Soon the Lord will say, which ones shall be burned, and which ones kept alive. Powers of darkness in high places, and the kingdoms of the world shall all fall down. The high shall then be humbled as they've never been before, and the low shall be exalted with a crown. The tribes are being gathered even now, and Christ shall reign on earth when he comes. The city of the righteous, or Zion as it's called, shall have its light from Christ and not the And all men shall then live in peace. All hatred and war then will cease. The wheat shall grow unhindered, and in the garner stored, and every man shall hear the word of God. All that is wicked is destroyed at his coming. Only the righteous will survive. The wheat and tares are gathering, and soon the Lord will say, which ones shall be burned, and which ones kept alive. Shadows stretch across the stone. I walk this fractured earth alone.
The sun has set upon the blind, leaving only ghost behind. I close my eyes to hide the light and welcome in the freezing night. A hollow wind begins to blow through empty streets where phantoms go. The vibrant songs we used to sing have frozen over, wintering, and the warmth we used to share has vanished in the frigid air. The suffocating quiet grows, a heavy weight that no one knows, a deafening and brutal chill. And we are lost within the void, a fragile world we have destroyed. No hands to reach, no truth to save, just echoes in this waking grave. Trapped beneath the weight of silence, 10,000 faces cold and gray, they turn their empty eyes away. They move their lips but make no sound, their apathy is so profound. A quiet sickness creeping through the veins of a million souls who love their chains. They worship at a broken shrine. The pressure builds, the walls close in. Where does the apathy begin? A deafening and brutal chill. And we are lost within the void, a fragile world we have destroyed. No hands to reach, no truth to save, just echoes in this waking grave. Trapped beneath the weight of silence. Screens of glass, you watch the dying moments pass. You traded blood for a digital spark and left yourselves alone in the dark. You hear the warning but you turn away, and now there's nothing left to say. Listen to the sound of the world crashing down. And we are lost within the void, a fragile world we have destroyed. No hands to reach, no truth to save, just echoes in this waking grave. Trapped beneath the weight of silence. Shadows stretch across the stone, leaving me alone.
Ghost of highway 66. face, hidden behind the clouds, smiling at words I've never heard before, but they are yours, and all I want is to laugh with you. I can tell you a story of giving and taking, forming shapes in this space. Like fireworks on a lake, I fall and catch myself on the glimmer of a blade. I circle dance and somersault for a pride I've never felt. But you like it when I smile, so I'll pretend it's fine for you. Maybe I'll never know if a me even exists, or if it's just a word I learned to fill the void beneath a boulder when it lifts. For a second I feel light, alive like ants and worms, exposed to the breeze under the shadow of the rock above me. Yeah, I quiver just a little bit, but I won't brace for impact. That's where you want me, and I'm not giving that to you. Mine is a history of weights. They jingle, light up, mingle, push and pull and roll all over me. They're the gravity and the stars of a universe I can't see, pulsing when they die. The universe is me, always seeking something to say, to be alive. The suffering and the poetry, the orgasm and the cry. I don't have a name because you never gave me one. I wanna be a nice guy, and here we are, sharing the weight of a heart on a scale. Will it be lighter than a feather? I don't know whatever happens, I'm just used to bearing it. I don't wanna be like this for you, but the weights are pressing down a weighted blanket. I go to sleep under this forced embrace. I'm calming down for you. How can I help you today? I pull too much aggro? Train to zone! The plane of hate is open wide within Uruk as our dark guide. Nagafen wakes within the heat while the Jaina finds a morbid beat. Lady Vox is screaming loud, hidden by a sensory cloud. Kazik to the god of fright, we challenge you with failing sight. We're back in Norath, we're home at last, living in a glorious clicking past. Living in a glorious clicking past. My mana is low, my children are loud. I'm lost in a thick, pixelated cloud. A blue light glare in a dark bedroom, a geriatric shadow of impending doom. Nagafen, Vox, Najena, we're coming back with squinting eyes. Quest legends for the guild. I need a heat pack or a new In the mirror of the morning, I saw a stranger stare. Same eyes I've worn for decades, but the fire wasn't there. I asked him where we're going. He just smiled and shook his head, and the silence sang the answer every heartbeat ever said. We chase the gold horizon like it owes us one more day. Build our castles out of moments that the tide will wash away. Love like it's forever, then watch forever fade. Still we keep on singing, even when the music's played. Every king, every beggar, every saint, and every fool writes their name in the same dust. Then the wind comes through. All we know is that we know nothing at all. But the light still finds us when we stumble, when we fall. Every question we can't answer is a door we never saw. All we know is that we know nothing, and that's enough to light the dark. I held my mother's head when the reaper came to call. She smiled like she was going somewhere she'd been before. Said, son, I spent my whole life trying to figure out the score. Turns out the only thing I figured was the score don't matter anymore. We are stardust asking questions. We are questions made of light. Every tear we ever cried is just the ocean learning how to fly. All we know is that we know nothing at all. Yet here we are, still standing, still answering the call. Every broken heart's a drum beat, every scar becomes a song. All we know is that we know nothing, but love keeps proving us wrong. Nothing but the light. Nothing but kids come. Rainbow eyes in fractured light, claws like winter in the night. Every whisper in the air says it's waiting there, but I won't break and I won't run. There's a battle to be won. Case of the big time monster, standing tall in the dark, but I turned the picture over, rewrote the part. Now the claws don't crash like thunder, now the shadows fall apart. It's the case of the bedtime monster. Every monster has a face. You can shift it into place, change the colors, change the sound, turn it all around. What was roaring in my head now just clocks in, earns its bread. Fear can lose its power fast when you outlast. Close my eyes, take control, change the story in my soul. Case of the big time monster. Once it ruled the night, now it waves from the doorway. In the morning light, from a nightmare into laughter, from the dark into the bright. It's the chase of the bedtime monster. When you face the shape of fear, it begins to disappear. What you see is what you make. You can bend it, you can break. Of the bedtime monster. Now I'm hiding under sheets. Now I walk into the darkness on confident little feet. Every shadow tells a story. Every hero has a start. It's the case of the bedtime monster. White candles tremble in the cold, guarding stories left untold. The chapel doors remain half closed to every vow we couldn't hold. Dust settles softly on the floor, like footsteps walking here before. Your silhouette still fills the air, as if your soul were standing there. No voice reads never heal their wounds. When love was laid to rest tonight, the heavens dimmed their fading light. Every promise carved in stone left me standing here alone. When love was laid to rest at last, every shadow held the past. Though the flowers turned to gray, your memory refused to fade. The stained glass windows caught the rain, painting colors through the pain. An empty pew still keeps your place, like time itself forgot your face. The silence knows the words we hid, the dreams we built, the tears we did. Even now the echoes stay, refusing to be washed away. No angels came, no final sign, only silence answered mine. When love was laid to rest tonight, the heavens dimmed their fading light. Every promise carved in stone left me standing here alone. When love was laid to rest at last, every shadow held the past. Though the flowers turned to gray, your memory refused to fade. If every memory leaves a trace, then yours still lives within this place. Between the echoes and the light, I almost see you every night. If goodbye is all that's left to say, why does your voice still find its way? For one brief breath, you live
that road again, the same old turns. The city is sleeping, the asphalt patched and worn. the steady hum of the engine, the street lights glow in the sleepy routine. I just drift with the flow. It isn't a void, it's just a habit I've made. Another long day, just a part of the trade. I do what I must, counting down the days as the silence surrounds me in a heavy haze. But under this skin, deep down inside, a sleeping spark begins to rise. Though I lose myself in 1,000 things, sometimes a flash of clarity breaks through the gray, and there in the fracture, in the crack of the day, I see my whole self finally finding my soul. It can happen out there on the side of the street, when my eyes lock with yours and our boundaries meet. No need for a miracle, no grand design, just a light breath of air, a moment in time. I look at my hands, where does this light stand? Something inside me was never condemned. I am not the end of my own story's line. I'm something much greater, the sum of design. But under this skin, deep down inside, a sleeping spark begins to rise. Though I lose myself in 1,000 things, sometimes a flash of clarity breaks through the gray, and there in the fracture, in the crack of the day, I see my whole self finally finding a meeting with myself, so foreign yet near. In just a single second, everything is clear. That beneath the clothes, beneath the thickest shade, I am a nameless light that will never fade. Something has to break, something has to take place, so I can finally see the fullness of finding my soul. This road again, the same old turns. Now I know it about us. Now I know it about me. Before I drift off, before I drift off, I'll think of you.
Shadows fall where the light once played. Broken halos, their colors fade. In the silence, whispers scream of a heaven torn from its dream. Feathers burn, they're falling fast. How long can innocence last? Angels cry upon the edge of night. Shadows flare in the sun's cold light.
Beneath the glow, the currents shift. Fires awaken, shadows lift.
Oceans surge when the fire wakes, shattering what the night forsakes. Frozen light burns through the flame. Echoes collide. Nothing remains the same.
Oceans whisper with the razor's edge, cutting deep across the darkened ledge.
Forgotten lands where shadows grow. Secrets buried, answering the call.
Through mist and ice, the currents churn.
Every secret waits its turn. Oceans surge when the fire wakes, shattering what the night forsakes. Frozen light burns through the flame. Echoes collide, nothing remains the same. From the sharp-edged waves to the endless void, creation's fire refuses to be destroyed. Sing the fire when a warmth should show. Frozen light ignites, the hearts go glow. Ancient embers stir below, waiting for the flame to grow. Oceans surge when the fire wakes, shattering what the night forsakes. Frozen light burns through the flame. Echoes collide. Nothing remains the same. Cut the edge of the restless deep. Dreams of fire our souls must keep. The frozen light screams to remind. The guardians watch, silent but kind. Shadows twist and the ice will yield. Chaos sings across the battlefield. Fires clash where the waters meet. Hope persists, though the cold defeats. Beneath the ice, the ember glows. Its hidden warmth only the guardian knows. Rising tides against the frozen shore. A heart of fire, no frost can ignore. Through storm and shadow, the currents twist. Every secret clutches a final trace. Oceans surge when the fire wakes, shattering what the night forsakes. Frozen light burns through the flame. Echoes collide. Nothing remains the same.
Edge of the world, the light refracts. Frozen beams ignite the darkest tracks.